What's up guys, it's Ninja Chortle and we're going to talk again about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's pretty much a Friday thing around here. I try to make a video on Marvel Infinite every single week discussing whatever I can, whether it's new news or just things that I like to see in the game. And today I thought I was going to make my first list on my new characters for Marvel or for Capcom, or the wish list, or whatever you want to call it. But as I was thinking about that, one, I didn't want to rush it. I've been kind of busy lately, so I didn't want to rush that type of video. I want to think about it strongly. But as I was thinking about it, it had me thinking, well, what about the actual roster size? Because I don't want to make another list. I've already made two lists of, the characters that I think are going to be returning. One for Marvel and one for Capcom. That's 20 characters already, and that's not a definitive list, of course, because we're just speculating, we're just having a discussion, things that the way I think, and I'm putting it out in the video. But that's 20 characters already. That's possibly half the roster. That's possibly a quarter of the roster. Who really knows? But what's interesting is that we actually have to nail down what the roster size for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is going to be at launch day. I now fully expect there to be DLC for this game, and that DLC to have character packs and not just individuals characters to be sold, say like Street Fighter V and what they're doing with characters being released one at a time, 1 or 2 months in between. I don't expect that for Marvel Infinite, but even then, let's go back and look at the way Marvel vs. Capcom has been treated in terms of roster size. So the very first game, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, had 15 playable characters at launch, or at the beginning, and of course they had their secret characters like Roll and Shadow Lady, but I'm not talking about those. It's just the core roster is only 15 characters, and of course in Marvel 2 that got blown out the water with a roster of 56 characters. But it was only possible to have that many characters in the game because it borrowed sprites from every Capcom fighting game there ever was, practically, between the Darkstalker sprites, the Marvel vs. Capcom sprites, the X-Men Children of the Atom, the Marvel superheroes, the X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Street Fighter Alpha, all of those things. There are very few characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 that were brand new to the series and needed new sprites. Examples being Cable or Ruby Heart and Amingo. Those were 3 characters right there that weren't in previous games, so they created new sprites for them, and Mero as well. But characters like Juggernaut, characters like Hulk, Iceman, Gambit, Chun-Li, or even Servbot, they've been in games before, so making a sprite for them wasn't even easy. It was just like a copy-paste, so to speak, in game developer sense. Go to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they didn't have that luxury. They used a completely new game engine and had to build everything from the ground up. So Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had Fate of Two Worlds had an initial roster of 36, plus adding Jill and Shuma-Gorath, making it 38. And by the end of the same year, they were able to add another 12 with Ultimate Marvel 3, bringing the roster to 50. I make that point because they were able to make this roster to 50 within the same year, so they pumped out 12 characters in one, not even a full calendar year. That leaves me a little bit of hope for the DLC for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I expect there to be frequent character updates for the game, but what do we think the initial roster is going to be? If I'm going to make videos on character rosters for Marvel for Capcom, I don't want to make top 20s and top 30s and then end up with a total roster of 72 characters and it only possibly comes out with 30. I think 30 is a very practical number for Marvel Infinite, but I don't know, it could be 40, it could be 50, who knows. It just depends on how fast they can pump up these characters and how many characters we want as fans. But we don't even know a release date either, so that's also very important, and what the roster is going to be. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think the roster is going to be around 30 characters? Do you think it's going to be 40? Do you think it's going to be 50 characters? Do you think it's going to be more than that at the launch day? Of course, DLC is a possibility, but I'm talking about launch day. How many characters are we going to have right on the offset of the game? And of course, let me know who you guys want in the game in the comments below. I will totally make these lists. I'm going to shoot for that next week with a Marvel video of top 10 Marvel characters that will be new to the series. I'm going to probably have that come out next Friday. So make sure you subscribe, like this video if you do like it. And if not, I will see you next week, hopefully, and you will like that video. I don't know. But I am Ninja Turtle. Thank you for watching this. I appreciate everything, and I will see you guys next time.